Annihilator looks like when Kiss first took their makeup off, but if they also sucked at wrestling. Panther looks like when Kiss put their makeup back on, but if they also sucked at wrestling. Hey there, sports fan. My name is Kit, and this is Now That's What I Call Wrestling, the good, bad wrestling show. It's been a couple months, but this week we are finally jumping back into the WWE, and we have a lot of new subscribers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about those guys you probably see on TV every week. I'm talking about the World Wrestling Empire, the only WWE that we recognize officially on this show. If you haven't been following our WWE journey, that's fine. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to talk you right through it. You can hop right in now. Go back and watch the other ones when we're done. But I'm not even going to waste any time. We're hopping right into Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1995. Because this empire probably was built in a day. And it's definitely not built to code.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and give a reaction to the action of the World Wrestling Empire!
And of course, as always, every week leading the festivities, we have the Ledge on the left and Prince Devlin Blanchard on the right. Never will you see a more dedicated set of hosts than this.
Yeah, it was good to see TJ gone, and I don't care.
Adventure, excitement.
Wrestling fan.
Craves not these things.
Standing here with Scott Storm, a newcomer to the Empire, is really already beginning to make a name for himself. Scott?
Well, thanks a lot, Ledge. I just want to thank the board of directors here at the WWE.
Felt like I was on a spaceship, and I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
For allowing me to come in here and compete against this great competition. WWE's got some of the best competition that I've
We're real happy with what was going on.
been able to compete against, and I'd just like to thank everybody and thank the fans.
And at the end of the day, you know, you got to be happy.
For accepting me to the WWE and allowing me to come in here and do my thing, and that's to take on all comers.
Everything ended up fine.
Oh, now speaking of messing, have we got a match coming up for you right here?
And what a mess it is. We have Leopard Man accompanied to the ring by flamboyant Flamin' Raymond and Leopard Man. That's right, there are two Leopard men. We're Leopard squared. We don't even call them Leopard Man 1 and 2 because that's just too much to remember. Leopard Man does look like when you ask your 5-year-old to go dress themselves. They just come out of the bedroom looking like this. Leopard Man's opponent is a bit of a legend in our universe, Michael "The Rock" Johnson. He is the man responsible for the very first ever moonsault. He also does look like his first 3 marriages ended in no fault. But the referee doesn't allow the other Leopard Man to stay. So Flamin' Raymond has to like shoo him reluctantly back to the dressing room.
Go! Get out of here! Don't you understand? Get! I don't want you anymore! Get!
And this fight starts like 2 old-timey Irish cartoon characters. Like,
You know who wrote you that letter?
I have no idea. Don't even care.
Captain Rowdy.
I can overlook the t-shirt underneath the singlet. I cannot ignore the pocket. Was Leopard Man planning on getting involved in some like light carpentry in the ring tonight? I will say though, those Peg Bundys he's got on are building me a little mahogany cabinet, if you know what I mean. So the action is fast and furious, but Michael "The Rock" Johnson slows it down a bit and does hold Leopard Man's head like he got lost before, baby, but he's back now, and it's different, and he's gonna change, and he's never gonna take you for granted again.
Michael "The Croc" Johnson is infamous for being a cheater and a wine bag.
Michael "The Rock" Johnson has been known to take down a bag of wine or 2 out in front of the Kmart. Ledge then orders lunch on the air.
Apple pie and chocolate cake and hot dogs.
And after 6 or 7 excruciating minutes, Michael "The Rock" Johnson, after tickling us this whole time, does finally give the audience what they want.
Give me what I want.
Michael "The Rock" Johnson setting it up. There it is. Oh!
For the 1, 2, 3, and now Michael "The Rock" Johnson can go back to parking across from the high school and putting out the vibe.
I get older, they stay the same age.
From Los Angeles, California, Annihilator!
Annihilator looks like when Kiss first took their makeup off, but if they also sucked at wrestling.
Panther!
Panther looks like when Kiss put their makeup back on, but if they also sucked at wrestling. Panther is the Kansas State heavyweight champion, and you can feel the big fight atmosphere in this one as they start out by kind of stumbling around, slapping each other, and falling out of the ring. Panther tries to go up to the top like he's going to jump to the outside, but Annihilator literally saves his life and just doesn't let him. Panther returns the favor by just throwing Annihilator off the top rope. And we do get our first look at Annihilator's manager, who is Trailer Park Supervisor Jerry Silverado.
I'm on the air, man. I'm on the air.
Let me tell you something about Panther. Panther's dumb. How dumb is he?
How dumb is he, Devin?
Guy's so dumb he puts a ruler beside the bed just so he can see how long he sleeps.
Yeah, that's why I have a ruler. That's why I have a ruler by my bed. And boy, we're just having a hard time getting out of the gates on this one. They just kind of slap each other around on the outside for a while, and then finally we get the mercy killing of a double count out. But Awesome Eric wants to be part of this tragedy too, so he comes out and just kind of stomps Panther a couple times and then just leaves.
So he's dead. That's it. Bye.
But then Awesome Eric wears out his welcome by being involved in the absolute next segment in a match against TJ Steele. And here's the thing. If you're a longtime viewer of this show, thank you very much for watching. But also, you know TJ Steele, absolutely legitimately one of my favorites because he's one of the only wrestlers that actually appears on all of these programs. But that's the problem, sports fan, because we're not here to watch capable athletes deliver believable maneuvers and tell stories in the ring and have compelling engagement. TJ Steele creates a real problem for us. Because if the good, bad wrestling actually ends up being good wrestling, then it's bad, good, bad wrestling. And I can't do the math on that.
It's definitely not wrestling material.
Unfortunately for us, TJ Steele is wrestling material, and despite Awesome Eric's best efforts, this match is just kind of fine. So instead, let's take a look at a clip from a 1995 Kmart sexual harassment training video.
Take a look at the following situations. See if you can tell what behavior is considered inappropriate.
I think it sounds like a great plan, Greg.
Yes, I am quite impressed. Your company has really gotten aggressive about wanting our business. I like that.
You think it was a good plan?
Yeah, as I said, I was quite impressed.
Good. I was hoping you would be.
I think we all were.
Well, I mean you in particular. You're special, Jen.
Oh, really?
And you know what else? I think we should start talking about putting a plan together just for the two of us, if you know what I mean.
I know I learned something, and it's a good thing we took that unfortunate diversion because this match was so kind of fine that the fans tried to tear down the set.
Tonight on the World Wrestling. Woo, it's getting too exciting around here. They're tearing the whole place down.
And we get a disqualification, so far, no finishes. Next, we have a promo segment from JT Rocker and Michael the Rock Johnson, also known as the tag team of Your Mom's New Boyfriends.
You're so big and bad bragging about you can take on anybody in this organization, but you had to cheat to keep those belts. And no, we're not going to have it. We deserve a chance for those belts.
All right, there you have it.
And then we just never hear from JT Rocker. Like, why'd you even clock in today if you weren't going to do anything? Hey, JT Rocker, maybe you're not part of this equation because you don't add up. So then they claim that due to high demand, they're going to replay the cringeworthy problematic segment from a couple of weeks ago where Devlin Blanchard lost a match to the referee and had to become his slave for a day. And if you want to watch it, sports fan, you can click right here. But we're not going to watch it today. But we have to fill this time. So instead, we're going to watch a segment from a 1995 Kmart sexual harassment training video.
It's Walt, just what I don't need today.
Oh, what a great way to start the day with two of the prettiest girls in the world.
Morning, Walt.
How are my two best girls doing?
Fine, just fine.
Wonderful. You know, it does an old man's heart good just to be working around such pretty young things all day. Keeps the juices flowing, if you know what I mean.
Yes, Walt, we know.
Well, then you two have a great day and don't work too hard.
I know I learned something.
This is the World Wrestling Empire Knockdown Dragout.
And it's already time for our main event. This might be the quickest episode of World Wrestling Empire we have ever watched because quite literally nothing has happened. So for the main event, we have it announced that they're going to have the Knockdown Dragout, which is essentially the World Wrestling Empire's version of a Royal Rumble. 2 people start the match, and then a fresh person comes in every so many minutes. But in the Knockdown Dragout, it's like 9 seconds. So they could really just all start in the ring, and it wouldn't really be much different. But if you remember, like last episode, they already gave the results of this pre-tape match and what happens. So if you've been watching, you already know who wins. So, you know what that means. You won't feel a thing.
And now for something completely different.
And we start out on fire because we start with from Singapore Predator, the dark karate magician himself against Super Ninja, who I've never heard of, but I know he's at least got to be a better version of a regular ninja. Super Ninja can play Super Mario World. This is the indoor maximum of allowable karate. The beginning of this match has the potential for more karate than a Midwest strip mall.
Round 1, fight.
But regular Dan of the Texas Outlaws comes out and ruins everything and gets some karate for his troubles.
Fatality.
And like I said, the ring starts filling up quick. And look, here's something you might not think about. All these guys are getting paid. You got to pay all this talent to come here. There's like $46, $47 in that ring right now. They're basically just walking around and touching each other. It's about as exciting as when your little cousin visits from North Carolina and he doesn't know how to play, but you're trying to play a fighting game with him and he just spams the punch button all weekend. And I gotta tell you, sports fan, the Knockdown Dragout is not for the faint of heart. It goes on and on for 15, 16 minutes, and I can think of only one way to fill the time. That's the blue light special.
What a babe!
They're all mighty fine. Wouldn't mind taking her home tonight.
In your dreams, bud. Hey, look. There's that cute little Paulie boy. He's real sweet, don't you think? Watch this. Hey, Paul. Hey, pretty boy, come here.
What? Whoa, with the attitude, huh?
We're just checking out the latest swimsuit edition. Thought you might want to take a peek.
No, thank you. Oh, I almost forgot. Paulie doesn't like girls. He likes boys.
So, Paulie, what kind of boys do you like? Little ones like Stevie here, or big boys like me and Earl?
Check this out.
Hello, nurse.
Yeah.
I know I learned something. We finally, mercifully get to the last 2 competitors, and then...
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, right now we got to take a commercial break. While these 2 guys are sizing it up against each other.
Sound up! Sound up! XP90! Pulse fire! Pulse fire!
And then they claim that they've run out of time. They've run out of airtime to show the end of this match. They're hoping it'll wrap up during the credits. But here's the thing, sports fan, we both know this is pre-taped. This was a choice. They could have shown us every single bit of the violence from the Knockdown Dragout, but instead, they pretended they ran out of time. Instead, they chose actual violence. Weeks and weeks of build-up for a payoff that never comes? Now that's what I call wrestling.
You think it was a good plan?
Yeah, as I said, I was quite impressed. Quite impressed. Quite impressed. Quite impressed.
I know I...